Hey friends, Daniel here with the Leadpages tech team bringing you today's tech tip.
Once you have your landing page or site set up as you're wanting, it's time to publish and start sharing it with the world. Before you start sharing, we do recommend testing, making sure everything is working as you're wanting. During this tech tip, let's go ahead and dive into testing a landing page or site. Now, as you can see here, I do have a landing page that I've created in my account pulled up that I'm ready to publish. But before I do so, I'm going to go ahead and preview the page using the preview button in the top right-hand corner. This will allow me to see how the page will lay out across the different devices it's going to be viewed on, so I can make any changes I want to it before going live. Now, as you can see here, I do have the ability to flip between phone, tablet, and desktop. Once I'm done previewing, I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of preview. And of course, I can come into the builder here and make any changes that I like. Now that I've previewed the page and I'm happy with how it looks, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Publish button in the top right corner of the builder. As I do so, I'm going to see a publishing modal appear that's going to show me the URL that my page is going to be published to. I'm going to go ahead and click that Publish button here. Now, as I do this, just a quick note I wanted to mention. After publishing, I can always come back into the builder and edit the page. I'll just want to make sure to click the Update button that will see where Publish is. So you'll see it kind of here in the background to make the changes go to the live published version of the page. Once I have that live URL, which is right here, I can go ahead and copy that link or click on it to view my page. I'm going to go ahead and actually submit a test opt-in here using my own email address. So I'll go ahead and click on the Send Me the Free Report button, and I'll input my email address here. So I'll go ahead and input that now. And I'm going to use a couple different variations here. So I'm going to do testtechtips@leadpages.com and submit. I'm also going to come back here into my page. I'm going to close out of the publishing modal. I just want to show you how I can access the URL of my page without that showing. So I'm going to go ahead and select the drop-down menu here, and I can always come into publishing options. And from here, of course, I can copy my link and then pull up my page in the browser. So I'm going to submit just another test opt-in here for us, and I'm going to use another email address because most email service providers, being that I am currently using an email service provider, I've set up where my opt-in information is set to go to MailChimp in my audience that I have created there. Most email service providers will not accept duplicate entries. So I'm going to go ahead and do a new email address plus techtips2@leadpages.com and send. Now, once I've done this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and head into my MailChimp account because I do have set, and I'll come back in here into my page. I do have set that my opt-in information is going to be sent to MailChimp, and more specifically my Tech Tips audience. So let me pull up our MailChimp account here, and I'm going to just go ahead and refresh my audience here, and we'll take a look for those submissions that I just did. All right, and there we go. We see plus Tech Tips here, and then plus Tech Tips 2. Now I also set in my page under the actions here in my form that I'm going to receive an email with a file attached to it using our lead magnet delivery service. So I'm going to go ahead and head into my email now to look for those emails. All right, so here's my first one. I did receive that where I can go ahead and click here to download, and this is for my plus Tech Tips submission that I did. And I also am going to check for that second one here. And I did receive an email for that too, plus Tech Tips 2. I'm going to go ahead and head back into my Leadpages account here. I'll go ahead and close out of the left-hand menu in the pop-up here. After submitting my tests, making sure opt-in information appears in the locations I've set up for it to be sent to and any automation I've created occurs, I may want to clear my page's analytics, making sure I'm not skewing any data with my test. I'm going to go ahead and head back into my Leadpages account. In order to do this, under the landing pages section of my account, I'm going to click on the analytics icon to the right of the page that I'm working with. So here's the page I'm working with, and there's that analytics icon. Then on this next screen that appears, I'm going to go ahead and say Reset Analytics. And on the modal that appears, I'm going to confirm that I want to reset my data. So I'll go ahead and reset my data. Thanks for hanging out with me for this tech tip. If you have any questions, our knowledge base and support team are just a click away.